Right now, live at 5, St. Louis County sees their first COVID-19 related death, why health officials say we could see more coming.
As we continue to see more confirmed cases of COVID-19 in our region, both hospitals say that they are prepared right now, but they're worried about the future. Coming up, we'll tell you why.
And Duluth City Attorney abruptly resigned several months after he was put on administrative suspension. Plus, creative and fun ways to stay busy now that Minnesota's stay-at-home order has been extended to late April.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Here's a live look at Duluth City Hall, where City Attorney Gunnar Johnson resigned his position today. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. 2 months after he was put on paid suspension, Duluth City Attorney Gunnar Johnson has resigned.
Tonight, we're hearing from Johnson himself and Duluth's mayor, who shed new light on why he was suspended in the first place.
CBS3's Emma Quinn joins us live from outside Duluth City Hall. Emma, what did you learn about the suspension today, or about the resignation today?
Yeah, so Tony, Kristen, Johnson notified Mayor Larson of his resignation yesterday afternoon, and today he told us he willingly did that as he didn't want to become more of a distraction in the City Hall. He also shared new details on what led up to that suspension in the first place. Now, Johnson claims it was a concern over office management that led to his original suspension in mid-February. While he wouldn't expand on what exactly that meant, he told us there were complaints about how he managed personal conflict. Johnson says the city hired an outside law firm to investigate. He says that agency completed a report of which he called the findings, quote, unsubstantiated. While CBS3 has yet to read that report, we have filed a data request with city leaders to obtain a copy. And despite Johnson's feelings that it claims were unfounded, he says he felt it would have been a distraction within City Hall for him to continue as city attorney.
I've always tried to put the best interests of the city and the citizens of Duluth first and foremost. While I strongly disagree with the way things have been handled in the past few months, it is time for me to move on, and we have found an amicable way to do that.
And in an interview Thursday, Duluth Mayor Emily Larson wouldn't comment on events surrounding Johnson's suspension, but she thanked him for his work with the city, and we'll hear much more from her later tonight. And again, CBS3 is working to obtain a copy of that report, and we'll update you when we learn more. And now Larson says the opening for city attorney will be open next week, and they will continue the interview process once this COVID-19 pandemic calms down, and they'll interview candidates, and we'll hear much more from Mayor Larson coming up tonight.
Certainly more to come on this one. CBS3's Emma Quinn in downtown for us today. Thanks, Emma.
St. Louis County is reporting its first COVID-19 death. County officials say the man who died was in his early 70s. They did not share what part of the county he lived in or if he was hospitalized. Neither Essentia or St. Luke's leaders could share any details either. Officials say there are additional deaths in the county under investigation that could be due to COVID-19. They hope to know for sure by tomorrow. Of 5 new cases reported in St. Louis County today, county leaders say at least some are connected to St. Anne's Assisted Living. The entire downtown Duluth senior care facility has been placed under quarantine as more residents there are confirmed to have the virus. The first case at St. Anne's was reported over the weekend. The State Department of Health has not shared an exact number of patients connected to St. Anne's.
Let's take a quick look at the number of cases in our tri-state area. In Michigan, there are now more than 21,000 cases with nearly 1,100 deaths. Wisconsin is reporting 2,900 cases and 111 deaths. In Minnesota, there are more than 1,200 cases and 11 new deaths, brings the statewide total to 50. Worldwide, there are 1.6 million cases with more than 350,000 recoveries. Health officials from St. Luke's and Essentia hospitals say social distancing and the stay-at-home orders seem to be working, but they're also asking Northlanders not to get too comfortable. At a press conference this morning, health officials say they're still expecting a surge of COVID-19 cases to hit their hospitals, though they're not entirely sure when that peak will hit. Leaders with both of Duluth's hospitals say they do know they need more equipment to fight that upcoming surge.
We're very grateful for these grants. We're grateful for purchasing of ventilators, but we don't have as many as we want.
As far as PPE goes, both hospitals feel they're well prepared today, but are unsure about the future.
Members of the Senate say a deal is unlikely to be reached by the end of this week on additional funding for the Paycheck Protection Program, which is a lifeline for small businesses trying to navigate the coronavirus pandemic. Meanwhile, a top health official says he is hopeful parts of the country can be reopened by summer. Natalie Brand is at the White House with more.
The Senate will come to order.
Efforts to add an extra $250 billion to the small business relief program stalled in the Senate Thursday.
Do not block emergency aid you do not even oppose just because you want something more.
Congressional Democrats are demanding additional funding for hospitals and state and local governments, as well as fixes to the small business lending program.
It is clear that in hard-to-serve, underserved communities, they don't have the same access.
As lawmakers continue negotiations, the Federal Reserve announced it would provide up to $2.3 trillion in loans for businesses and state and local governments. In just the past 3 weeks, unemployment claims have totaled more than 16 million.
There are reports some White House advisors would like to see the country reopen next month, but the president has said he will rely heavily on the advice of his health experts.
It is very likely that we will progress towards the steps towards normalization as we get to the end of this 30 days. We have to be prepared that when the infections start to rear their heads again, that we have in place a very aggressive and effective way to identify, isolate, contact trace.
White House coronavirus response coordinator Dr. Deborah Burke says more testing should be happening now, but the rapid test machines from Abbott labs in place across the country are not being run to their full capacity. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Back in Duluth, check out this video we were able to capture at Spirit Mountain this morning. This is that snow squall moving into the area this morning. It was a rapid moving system that coated portions of the region with a wet blanket of snow for your early morning commute this morning. And with that, we'll turn over to Alex Libby, who's filling in for Dave. Alex, that was quite the mess that squall dropped this morning.
Yeah, snow squalls are really rare in this part of the country. I'm from the East Coast, and we actually have had a lot of snow squall warnings. Okay. They're usually associated with a powerful Arctic cold front. This one wasn't associated with a surface cold front, but an upper level one. Okay. And that makes it that hard to predict, and that's why this morning you woke up to that notification on your phone. You can even see behind me on the Doppler and radar, you can see that instability in the upper levels causing that snow and rain over the Midwest all the way towards the East Coast. Here in the Twin Ports and the Northland, we're still seeing some light snow showers popping up on the radar. Much of that is not hitting the ground, but we did see some snow showers throughout the day, especially that big squall this morning that caused a lot of slippery travel. High temperatures today, below average by about 10 degrees. 35 degrees is the high here in Duluth. Our average is around 45. And currently we are sitting at around 34 degrees. Good news is tomorrow looks a lot warmer, so I'll have all those details tomorrow and the weekend forecast coming up in the full forecast.
Thanks, Alex. Still to come on Live at 5, how a group of local horse enthusiasts is alleviating stress amidst the stay-at-home order. And tonight at 6, St. Louis County is reporting their first COVID-19 related death. We're digging into why officials say more could be on the way and what steps local hospitals have in place to deal with the peak of the virus.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS 3 Duluth.
Healthy Systems USA Spring Sale is going on now. Get a free bottle of Healthy Start Spray and lose 30 to 50 pounds in just 2 months with purchase of 1-month program. It's like getting 2 months for the price of one. Use code FREESPRAY online today. Limited supply.
While a lot is changing in our world, at MediaCom, our focus remains the same. Making sure you have the fastest, most reliable connection possible. During this critical time, we know your needs are changing. You may be working or learning from home, relying on telemedicine, or finding new ways to keep everyone entertained. At MediaCom, we're here for you. We're taking appointments, and with speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig, we can more than meet your needs. Contact us today to learn more.
Got a favorite color? For these young artists, it's red. Painting the canvas with our secret mix of seasonings. Classically schooled, the tradition continues.
It's time for the biggest sale of the year. It's time for the Toro Spring Sales Event. It's time to head to your local Toro dealer, where you can save up to $750 on select Toro Z Masters, up to $600 on select Toro Time Cutters, and up to $500 on select Toro Grandstands and Titan HDs, plus special financing offers on brand new Toro equipment. Toro, count on it. For more info on great deals and financing offers, visit your local Toro dealer.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over the air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
Healthy Systems USA Spring Sale is going on now. Get a free bottle of Healthy Start Spray and lose 30 to 50 pounds in just 2 months with purchase of 1 month program. It's like getting 2 months for the price of 1. Use code FREESPRAY online today. Limited supply.
Welcome back to CBS3 Live at 5. Here's a live look at Spirit Mountain. We saw some snow this morning, and Alex Libby will have more on that coming up. But first, let's see what's happening in the rest of the region. From horseback riding in Cloquet to hotels for healthcare workers in Ashland, we take you around the Northland, city by city. It's a sign of the times in the Iron Range town of Mountain Iron, where the city council went viral for their Monday night meeting. The council held the meeting via Zoom. Prior to the start of the items on the city agenda, the mayor reminded residents that city buildings remain closed, but that work was continuing to provide essential services. Now to rural Cloquet, where a group of local horse enthusiasts are providing an outlet for those feeling the effects of the stay-at-home order during the COVID-19 pandemic. Jill Drake has given area horse riders 24-hour access to her barn in order to support other enthusiasts. While the barn does remain open during Governor Walz's stay-at-home order, they are ensuring that safe social distancing is being practiced. Now let's head on over to Ashland, Wisconsin, where the owner of the American Hotel is offering discounted rooms for healthcare workers and those on the front lines of the COVID-19 fight. The shelter-in-peace effort is a way for first responders to have a safe place to stay. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it could be featured as we go around the Northland city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, how skillful hobbies are turning into viral sensations with so many people staying at home.
And temperatures behind me are in the 30s. Tomorrow at this time, expect them to be around 10 degrees warmer. And we could be even warmer by Saturday, and I'll have all those details after the break.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Vaki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
Don't risk life or limb cleaning out your gutters. With one simple click or call, Gutter Helmet will provide a free inspection and estimate to eliminate the dangerous chore permanently. Our certified installers will clean out, tune up, install Gutter Helmet over new or existing gutters, and clean up the work area in less than a day. Gutter Helmet blends in beautifully with your home, is engineered to handle the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty, assuring you'll never clean your gutters again. Gutter Helmet, retiring ladders since 1981.
If you have to work from home and teach from home, then we think you should be able to pizza from home too. Right now, get Pizza Hut's best delivery deal. Large pizzas with up to 3 toppings for just $9.99. Available for carryout or contactless delivery at pizzahut.com.
Hi, my name is Kennedy and I'm into social work. I graduated from Duluth East High School, and it's really nice to know that you have a local, affordable 2-year school to go to, especially if you don't know what you want to do. It's a great place to start out. Go to Lake Superior College.
When we all get to the other side of this crisis, we look forward to presenting our music performances, our theater productions, and our art exhibitions. Because without our audiences and our UMD houses, we're without the magic of your live reactions. That includes laughing, crying, gasping, smiling, frowning, and applauding. UMD Fine Arts can't wait to see you soon, live and in person.
Get your new UTV from Duluth Lawn and Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
Northland, when you want the most new country, make the switch to Cat Country 98.9 KTCO.
Never met a girl like you. What makes you country?
#1 for the most new country.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Carey Toyota.
Well, currently it is only 34 degrees at the airport here in Duluth. Northwest wind very gusty at 20 miles per hour. And like I said, good news all the way around. We're going to have warmer temperatures and those winds will be lightening up. Take a look at the temperatures across the area and sky conditions. It's showing some light snow falling in Grand Marais, Silver Bay, and Orr. And that was really the case throughout the day today, where we had some instability in the upper levels, just dropping a little bit of snow. So you can see here on Doppler, you can see earlier today we had those snow showers go through, and you can even see that squall that went through this morning. It has since moved down to the south, and for tomorrow we're going to have high pressure moving closer, and it's going to be bringing a little bit warmer air and, of course, some more sunshine. By the weekend, we have another low pressure system way to our west, but that shouldn't be affecting our weather for Saturday. It will only bring us a little bit warmer conditions. Saturday, temperatures likely to be in the 50s, and we'll see it here on Futurecast. So we can see WeatherMax forecast saying 23 degrees by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. By the afternoon, we'll be seeing temperatures warming up into the low 40s and a few clouds getting in there around 3 p.m. By Saturday, we're going to be starting a little bit warmer in the low 30s, but highs on Saturday will be very nice, around 50 degrees for a lot of locations. Only thing is there'll be a few clouds and that's rain and snow to our south, which we'll be trying to get here for Sunday, but it will be really struggling to make its way into our area, as we do have quite a bit of dry air to the north, suppressing some of this snow down to our south. So overall, the weekend looks like it'll be dry and a pretty nice weekend to get outside and social distance yourself. So forecast for tonight, we're going to be seeing temperatures dropping down to well below average. So only 18 degrees up towards Canada, here into the Twin Ports, 23 on the hill, 27 down by the lake. Temperatures well below average for this time of year. We're supposed to be in the low 30s for low temperatures, and down in Wisconsin, temperatures, again, below average for many, 25 degrees for most. Tomorrow, for high temperatures, a little bit warmer than today, actually 10 degrees warmer than today. Partly cloudy skies, and we'll have a northwest wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures around 47 to around 44, a little bit cooler with a northwest wind over the UP of Michigan. Tomorrow in Minnesota for highs, we're staying cool up to the north and east in towards Grand Marais, but we'll be around 50 towards Cloquet and Moose Lake. Aiken at 46 degrees and staying in the upper 40s towards International Falls. Here is your 7-day forecast. We have 45 degrees high for Friday. Saturday, getting up to 53. A few more clouds by Sunday, Easter Sunday, 39, cooling down. And that will be the trend for the first part of next week. Temperatures in the 30s and tracking some snow on Monday and Tuesday. By Wednesday, though, we're getting a little bit of a warm-up. 37 on Wednesday. Thursday, 43 degrees. And we're seeing actually a pretty not too bad of a forecast compared to what it was a few days ago.
Yeah, quite the stark contrast this morning as far as temperatures compared to the early portion of the week when we were sunny and warm.
Yeah, that cold front brought that snow and cold temperatures today, but it won't last because Saturday will be in the 50s.
Something to look forward to. Thanks, Alex. Well, with the stay-at-home order in place, people across the state are looking for creative ways to stay busy. WCCO's John Lawrenson met some people whose skillful pastimes have turned into viral videos.
Right now, trick shots are a way for a lot of people to pass the time, to keep from going stir crazy. A lot of them involve ping pong balls, basketballs, and even golf balls. So we thought we'd try one of our own.
While we let that play out, we caught up with Nathan Ziegler, a principal at Hope Academy in Minneapolis.
Not doing anything else. You got to stay home, so might as well do some of this.
He started a YouTube series called Social Distancing from Mr. Z. There are science experiments and bad dad jokes, but also trick shots.
My son said, hey, Dad, if you want me to do some trick shots for your show, you're going to need to buy me some wood.
They then built an obstacle course for a basketball. Its journey started on the rooftop and ended with nothing but net.
Yes!
The golf shot took a little longer to master. Any idea how many takes it took?
He told me it was well into the hundreds. I've just been seeing videos online of other people doing them, so I'm like, might as well pass the time by trying my own.
Carter Bloomquist is a senior at Lakeville South, but instead of missing out, he's fitting in, online with his videos. Golf season is still on in his basement.
A few of them were actually first or second tries, but the other ones took a while.
UMD design students are using their skills for a good cause. Their project is called Lend a Paw. The UMD studio design class created art featuring rescue animals and their success stories. Because of COVID-19, they plan to sell it online, with proceeds going to the Douglas County Humane Society. Usually, they sell their art in person, but one student says the move to virtual might actually be a big success.
Honestly, I think given the times, it could be even more successful. Everybody's in their house right now and looking for things to do. And I think we offer a really interesting opportunity to people to experience an exhibition, something that they can't do in real life right now, virtually.
You can buy a shirt, sticker, or a print out of the students' artwork. The exhibition starts Friday, and you can find a link to it on our website. Well, speaking of pets, it's time to show off our pet of the day. Meet Bonnie. She's an 8-month-old lab pit mix who comes to us from Range Regional Animal Rescue in Hibbing. She is really full of energy and needs an owner who will be able to give her proper training. She loves to play and is a fantastic family dog. If you're an outdoor enthusiast and have an active lifestyle, Bonnie is the perfect dog for you. She will need to be spayed before being adopted. If you're interested in adopting Bonnie, you can call the number on your screen.
Still to come, Minnesota Democrats are releasing a plan aimed at protecting future elections from the COVID-19 pandemic. Details coming up.
Right now, get a great deal on the durable Kubota RTVX. When there's work to do and a reputation to uphold, it's built to haul it all and do it all. Half-ton capabilities with attachments to get the job done right. And industry-exclusive heavy-duty features. It's North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Now get the RTVX for 0 down and 0% APR for 48 months or save $400.
No one serves you better than Bullet Gentleman.
Duke is a man of few words and many songs.
Let freedom ring. Gone country. Ain't going down till the sun comes up.
It's 102.5.
Come on down for big laughs.
Hello, everybody. I like those glasses.
Trying to imitate you.
Come on down for rip-roaring fun.
Amazing. You made it.
Come on down for spectacular surprises.
$35,000. Just won $200,000.
Oh, yeah. It's a new car. You need this in your life.
Yes. Boy, is it going to be a good hour.
The Price is Right. Weekday CBS Daytime.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Baki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Baki. Tuesdays at 10 only on live local CBS3. Brought to you by Iron Mining Association. The coronavirus story continues to change, both around the world and here at home. We know you have questions and concerns. At Live Local CBS3, our focus is to keep you informed and up to date on the evolving COVID-19 virus story. We'll continue to talk to healthcare professionals to get the information you need to know. Focused on bringing you facts, not fear. That's our promise. We're Live Local CBS3. Local for a reason.
Hi, Minnesota. Governor Tim Walz here. During this unprecedented battle against the COVID-19 virus, I want to say how grateful I am for Minnesota's willingness to help one another. I also want to make sure that I say, continue to watch your local news stations. Local news and local newspapers are putting out facts and not fear, and that's what it's going to take to get through this together. If you need more information, please go to the Minnesota Department of Health website. Together, Minnesotans will defeat this and come out better on the other side. Thank you.
CBS3 is going live at 5, focusing on bringing you hyper-local news and weather. Getting the stories that impact your community the most, right down to your neighborhood.
130-year-old.
We're live outside the Husky refinery.
The city of Duluth is getting a new hockey rink.
A new convention center is coming to Virginia.
Special ed here in Finland welcomes the mushers from
CBS3, live at 5.
Minnesota Democrats have released a plan aimed at protecting future elections from the COVID-19 pandemic. The plan sets out several legislative proposals. One would be sending out absentee ballots to all Minnesotans before the election. Absentee ballots would be accepted if they're postmarked by Election Day. Another part of the plan would hold early voting at polls 46 days before the election. They would also have more polling locations so that lines would be reduced. Lawmakers say their goal is to avoid what happened in Wisconsin during the state's presidential primary.
Look at the city of Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin this week, making it more difficult for voters to reach the polls, putting their health at risk by bringing them in proximity with each other, and again, forcing voters to choose between their health and their right to vote.
We did reach out to Republican lawmakers for comment about the proposal, but did not hear back as of news time. For a complete list of proposed changes, visit our website.
Rebuild Duluth's program is getting closer to turning vacant lots into affordable housing. The program was born out of the mayor's State of the City address in 2019. Jason Hale, a senior housing developer for the city, says of the original 13 sites that the program had their eyes on, 10 are now moving forward with agreements. They're expecting to start work at the end of the month. Hale says the project should bring a lot of benefits.
We really think it's actually a terrific opportunity to increase investments in neighborhoods throughout the whole city, to better utilize infrastructure, and to try to encourage and incentivize housing development and hopefully more affordable housing development. So I think it's a win-win-win. I don't know how many parties are involved, but it's just a win all around.
Hale says the program is currently on a trial run, but they are thinking about doing another round of projects.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, the coronavirus death toll continues to rise, but there are encouraging signs that the curve is flattening in the epicenter of the outbreak. Plus, sobering new job numbers tonight, more than 10% of the workforce out of a job. When will the nation reopen for business? And while things may seem bleak, we'll have some stories to remind you that we are all in this together. That's all coming up tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over-the-air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
Northland, when you want the most new country, make the switch to Cat Country 98.9 KTZO.
Never met a girl like you. What makes you country?
#1 for the most new country.
Our goal is an environment of decency, quality, and mutual respect for all human beings and all other living creatures. It's tremendously encouraging to see all across this country the remarkable interest on an issue, which is not only just an issue of survival, but an issue of how we survive.
A small idea, a world of change. Join us on April 22nd to commemorate 50 years of Earth Day.
Kelly Henseth takes her job at full throttle. There's no slowing down. She's full of enthusiasm.
Kelly brings a youthful exuberance to the newscast. She's loaded with energy. She's really passionate about sports.
I think even if you're not interested in sports, she draws you in.
She's always up and ready to go and ready to show us the latest in sports.
Get to know Kelly Henseth weekday nights on live local CBS3.
Understanding the world begins with the right questions.
Do you trust Kim Jong-un?
Doesn't the blame reside with Jewel? Is it now our top terrorist threat?
With the right people.
So you have forgiven?
I have now. Right here.
Check this out.
More news.
I'm Tony DeCoppel with CBS News.
More original reporting.
It puts everything in perspective. We are on a mission with NASA.
Every morning on CBS This Morning.
We're going to begin with breaking news.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over-the-air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look out over the harbor as we head into the evening hours. Let's take a quick look at some of today's top stories. 2 months after he was put on paid suspension, Duluth City Attorney Gunnar Johnson has resigned. Now, former Duluth City Attorney Johnson claims it was concerns over office management that led to his original suspension in mid-February. This is a developing story. Stick with CBS3 as we learn more.
St. Louis County is reporting its first COVID-19 death. County officials say the man who died was in his early 70s. They did not share what part of the county he lived in or if he was hospitalized. Neither Essentia or St. Luke's leaders could share any details. Officials say there are additional deaths in the county under investigation that could be due to COVID-19. They hope to know for sure by tomorrow. And coming up tonight at 6, COVID-19 has had a major impact on restaurants, bars, and other industries across the Northland, and that includes tourism. Tonight we hear from Minnesota tourism leaders on just how hard their industry is being hit during this pandemic and how much the state is losing financially.
All right, Alex, chilly start to the morning. We saw snow squall, which is kind of uncommon. Are we going to return to normal here as we get closer to the weekend?
Yeah, we're going to return to exactly normal as we had just till tomorrow. Friday, we're going to have temperatures in the mid-40s, which will be exactly average. Today, yeah, a little brief visit to winter, but that is quickly gone because tomorrow, 45, mostly sunny. Saturday, a few more clouds, but 53 degrees. It will be a beautiful start to the weekend. Sunday, a little bit cooler.
All right, thanks, Alex. Well, that's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is coming up next.
We'll see you back here in about a half hour at 6 o'clock.